evening. This is J.Simpson in Psych Online 111. Tonight, I'm hoping you'll be my neighbor in online developmental psychology in learning Eriksons 8 stages of development. The first stage begins in infants at the ages of birth till 18 months. The infant learns trust versus mistrust. Trust occurs when the infant is properly taken care of, nurtured, in the ways of their diaper being changed, fed on time, and a regular sleep schedule. These infants learn to trust those surrounding them. Infants who are mistreated learn to mistrust. They're mistreated by being neglected with diapers not being changed, disrupted sleep schedules, and not fed on time. This will teach the infant that the world's unhappy and that they don't want to trust those people that are around them. Our next stage is autonomy versus shame. This begins at 18 months to 3 years. At this stage, children are learning to develop to walk, to void of their bowel and bladder movements, and in order for them to adequately learn these steps, they need their parents to be supportive and to make the experience non-shameful. Parents must make sure that they don't shame their child when they accidentally void of their urine in their pants. They need to make sure that when they fall when walking, that they encourage them to get back up and to continue going. If we scold them for falling or for going in their pants or embarrass them, then the chances are they're not going to want to do it, and they're going to start falling behind in these developmental steps. Our next step is stage 3, initiative versus guilt. This is from 3 years to 6 years. These are during the preschool years. At this stage, children are often learning to gain responsibility. They want to take initiative to start new projects and tasks on their own. In order for the child to remain confident, it's important for the parents and the teacher to help them achieve realistic goals. You don't want to give a child a goal that's too difficult for them to understand or to complete, because then they're going to start feeling guilt that they're not capable of completing these tasks. Our next stage is stage 4. This is industry versus inferiority. This occurs at age 6 to 12. Children are wanting to gain responsibility. They learn to accomplish more difficult tasks in schools, such as reading and mathematical skills. They are given chores at home that are more difficult, and most of the time, children at this stage want to please whoever they're completing the task for, have it be their teachers and or their parents or their peers. They want to show that they're responsible and able to take care of themselves. They start to feel inferior to those around them when they're punished for not completing the task properly, or being told that they didn't do it right. Putting them down for everything that they tried to do. They're going to begin to feel inferior towards the rest of us. At stage 5, they learn to gain identity versus role confusion. This happens between 12 and 18 years. During the adolescent years, children are struggling to learn who they are and what their lives are going to end up like. Future goals start coming into play. We begin to focus on who we want to be when we grow up. We start to focus on educational goals and career goals. Sometimes we become confused in our roles, and this is a very common stage. We become reluctant to experience with who we want to be when we grow up. We kind of seclude ourselves from others around us, and this is gonna put us into confusion. As we get older and we turn 18 years old, we're not going to know where we want to go or what we want to do, and oftentimes we won't have a job, we won't go to college, and your life will sit at a standstill until you can develop that identity. Identity rolls on into stage 6, which happens between the ages of 20 and 30 years of age. As we're becoming young adults, this involves intimacy versus isolation. During this age, we want to learn how to become intimate with those around us, have it be just a friendship or an intimate relationship with a lover. These new relationships help us to define who we are. We'll learn through our peers and our lovers who we are and who we want to become, and we'll go through many friendships and many intimate relationships in the meantime of discovering these aspects of our lives. It won't be until we start to develop a more secure relationship, a long-term relationship such as marriage that will fully understand our identity. Then as we go on into stage 7, it's generativity versus stagnation. These are ages 40 to 65. During this stage, most adults are feeling confident in their lives and they want to give back to society. Giving back to society develops in many ways. We can give back by raising a family of our own that we feel to be successful, that we, do all of the following six steps presented previously. We want to raise a happy, healthy family. We want to have degree after degree. More and more people are getting multiple master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, and continue on with their education. We want to have something to show for what we've done with our lives. Our career goals become more intense and we tend to want to continue to develop in our careers. Stagnation often happens when you didn't do these tasks. People feel stubborn and they don't want to give back to society. They feel that they have nothing to give back, that society is not deserving of them to give back because they feel that they weren't given anything from society. Then this moves us on into stage 8, which is ego integrity versus despair. This is from the ages of 65 till death. Senior citizens become retired and have a lot of time on their hands to go back on their lives and think about what they did and how happy and successful their lives are, and however it was achieved. Many it was achieved through family goals, career goals, or humanitarian goals. Many seniors also become depressed at this stage and they start to feel despair about their lives. They look back at their lives and they really don't see a lot there. They see that their lives were unsuccessful and lonely. These are Eriksons 8 stages of development. And as you can tell, these stages are all from stage 1 till 8. They're a snowball effect. If one stage is delayed, then chances are the next stage is going to be delayed in many aspects of our lives. It's important that starting at birth, we start these stages of development properly. Thanks for joining tonight. Hope to see you again.